Okay, we're recording. So, we've just been, it's November 25. We've just been looking at Act 3, Scene 4, and we decided, or rather I did, to end the lesson by looking at an extract that could be used in the exam. So I've asked the class just to very quickly read it and think about how they might start to organise some topic sentences. So we've only had a few minutes to look at this. We're just going to kind of puzzle through it together in the next 10 minutes. The question, if you remember, never changes, right? Discuss the following passage, exploring Shakespeare's use of language. What language does he use? And what effect does it have on the audience? And I think it's helpful for, I often think about what does Shakespeare want us to experience or feel in this part of the play? And I've already said that one of the things that we feel is almost a sense of kind of horror as we watch Desdemona. You know, they're speaking at such cross purposes. You kind of wanting to say to Desdemona, stop talking, you're making it worse, you're making it worse. But of course you're disempowered as the audience, you can't do that, you just have to look on helplessly. A reminder then that at this early stage in first year, that if for every topic sentence you started it with this phrasing, it would be fine. In this extract, Shakespeare, what? What does he do? Does he develop something? Does he introduce something new? And usually, if you think about whether he's talking about themes, plots, or the character, that'll get you off to a good start. Okay so far? It's a very rich scene. There's a lot going on. I need to remind myself that I have got about 37 minutes for this exam, so I can't say everything that's going on. It's not possible in 37 minutes for me to analyse every single bit. I have to be okay with that. And I'd like to remind myself as well that I should avoid just going chronologically discussing scene. There are two dangers in that. Danger number one is that you end up just retelling the story. Danger number two is you might not get to the end where all the good stuff is. And that's why we look at this idea of 3 points, which might allow us to range across the extract. Does anybody have a topic sentence to offer? Willis just looked at Rosie as though she does. No? Is it because the video's on that you don't want to share? Right, okay. So in terms of in this extract, Shakespeare does something with Othello, right? Now, what I've written here is Othello reverting to type in terms of the witchcraft. What do I mean by that? It's quite interesting. Chloe? What? Go on, so take me back to the beginning of the play. Who accuses Brabantio? Yeah. So Brabantio can't believe that his daughter has gone willingly with Othello and that he must have used witchcraft. And here we see him discussing these kind of magical, supernatural elements of this handkerchief. Okay, so we're definitely onto something here. So what has happened to Othello? Like in really simple terms. Really simple. Stephanie?
I'm not too sure.
Not too sure. All right, that's okay. Anybody else? Okay, I think you think I'm expecting a complicated answer. Would we have imagined that Othello would have said something like this at the start of the play? Why not? Because he wasn't this insecure. That is an answer, yeah, and it's accurate. Anastasia? So he's avoiding. Yes. Oh, go on. But there's Riley. Why wouldn't we have expected him to act this way at the start of the play? A composed image of himself? Come on, what? Hannah, what is he? What's Othello? He's a general. He's in command of people. He's a man of kind of logic and strategy. Yeah? He's changed. That's it. He's changed. Shakespeare presents Othello as a changed man, right? Yeah? Like honestly, as a changed man. And then we might want to discuss why. Again, I'm writing this in like the simplest terms possible because, Evie, why has he changed? So, Othello, as a changed man, my writing doesn't make any sense. Othello is a changed man, let's have that, as a changed man because who's lied to him? Because Iago has lied to him and persuaded him of Desdemona's infidelity. Yeah? Okay, with me so far? Yeah, so our topic sentence is very simple at the moment. You know, in this extract, we see that Othello is a changed man because Iago has lied to him. Now, I want to know how he's changed. And that's where we talked about he's moved from being the logical, strategic officer to a man of emotion and superstition. So that's my topic sentence. It's focused on Shakespeare showing us how Othello has changed, right? Now what do I do, Riley? How many quotations? 3. Now I discuss 3 quotations which show that. Right. Okay. Two other topic sentences, or two areas of focus that we would look at here. Olivia, what else would we discuss?
You could discuss Othello's jealousy.
Yep.
Of Desdemona.
And that would make sense to come before this point, wouldn't it? Because the change is like a logical progression from the jealousy. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. Grayson, what else would you discuss? Who else is in this scene? There you go. Yeah. What about what's going on with Desdemona here?
She doesn't realise that she's giving herself into Othello.
Right, so Desdemona, what is being developed here? Desdemona's naivety, her innocence, whenever she replies to him. And that's increasing the dramatic effect, like we said, of the kind of almost like horror in watching this scene. Did anybody get anything else for a topic sentence? There's a different approach. Because my Desdemona one's all right. I'm just worried I won't have a lot to analyse for it. Like, Lucy?
For the Desdemona one, you could change it to like purity and then talk about how she's lost her purity because she's lost the like handkerchief that wasn't it like bathed in like.
Oh, so you mean how her naivety and innocence, but also how Othello views her as having lost her purity. That's nice.
And then also with the
Hang on, let me write that down. So Shakespeare presents Othello as right, go on, Lucy, what else were you going to say?
when she says it hath got no origin and no soul.
Oh, about, what's that saying? That she's, like,
She has still got the innocence, but like
yeah,
he doesn't think that she has.
yeah, lovely. What else could you have a point on, though, in this scene? What else is in this scene, even though it's not? Evelyn? Not a person, but what are they discussing? What physical thing are they discussing? The handkerchief. So in this, you know, because we talked about maybe talking about plot, but you know the dramatic impact of the symbolism of the handkerchief, the importance of the handkerchief. You know, for something that's not even there, it kind of, you know, it dominates, doesn't it? It emotionally dominates this scene. Ooh, I like that. I'm just looking at my notes from yesterday. How it, like you could turn that into a topic sentence. In this extract, Shakespeare presents the handkerchief as changing from being seen as a love token to a weapon of mythic power. There you go, there's your topic sentence. Okay, I'll let you write that one down.